There you go. All right, so NPC tracking. So the way that it works, actually, hold on. Let me add another thing. All right, here's flow timer. That way we have that here as well. So with flow timer, so once you've got it started and you've got a frame put in, you have the ability to add and subtract frames from it. So you can plus and minus with hotkeys as well. All that. So that's important. So with the NPC tracking, outside guy, each time this guy starts and then finishes moving is 2 advancements. So in this case with this guy, it will be down 2 because he turned up. So turning up is starting to move up and then immediately stopping. And then he walked down 2. So that is 2 more frames there. If he is, let me back up just a second. If he is, can I frame advance? Yes, I can. Hold on. Oh, I should have set it to like 45,000. All right, let me start that again. Okay, so if he is in the middle of a walking animation like this, when you go into the lab, that is only 1 frame adjustments. So you would only go down 1 on the frame here. And that's because the way that the NPC movement patterns are generated, it has a timer that calls RNG to tell it to figure out which direction it's going to go. And then at the end of the movement, it calls RNG again in order to figure out how long it's going to take to move to the next tile when it does its next movement. So that's why if it is in this particular, thing, is my cursor on here? I hope so. Can't tell. Oh, there it is. That's why if it's in this particular kind of motion, like halfway between moving to the next tile, that's why it's only 1, because it hasn't gotten to the part of its script where it calls RNG again. And that's true for all NPCs, not just this guy. So, like, for example, here in the lab, we've got the girl up here, the scientist down here, and the scientist on the right over here. The girl can move up and down 2 tiles. So she has the ability, like, if you press A on the Squirtle to get the Squirtle, she stops like mid-frame. That's only an adjustment of 1. If she makes a full movement, it's adjustment of 2. Each of the turns that these scientists do is 2 RNG calls per turn. So you have to track that. So, like, let me just back up real quick. So based on what happens here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, because he turns up and then walks down twice. Walks down. So that's 4 visible RNG calls. And then I'm gonna wait here. So halfway through here, lady moved down 1 tile. The right scientist looked up from start position. So that's 4 advancements as well. And then lady moved up, scientist turned again. So that's 8 advancements. So that's 12 RNG advancements in total for this particular Squirtle. And, like, theoretically, you can stop on this tile right here and wait a second in order to see if the guy turns. So if you see that the guy turns, then you'll be able to follow it and stop there. I didn't stop because I can just like peripheral vision see it. So, but that is how you do NPC tracking. Oh, you don't use flow timer? F. Yeah. If you're doing it visually with live split, then you don't really have an option for NPC tracking. You just gotta eyeball it. So and then just like have an average for how off you are. There's no other way around it. But yeah, that's how it works. It's complicated.